Hello and good afternoon, evening to everyone. This is a bit of an impromptu presentation. I just didn't have time, and there were a few issues with regards to coordinating a live, and so I didn't really have one planned for this week. So I thought I'd take the opportunity just to have a chat about some of the interesting things that I see on LinkedIn. And so there are about 5 posts that I was involved in. And I just wanted to share some of the thoughts, accept any questions, anything like that that you have. And so relatively impromptu. So bear with me if everything is not as smooth. So please, the first thing that I'd like to do is that I'd like to remind everyone that coming up in another week, so next week, instead of Saturday, on Sunday, we're going to be having our Long COVID Coalition Congress. This is the third of the series where we're bringing experts from across the world to speak with us about their research in long COVID. And what I'll highlight to you is that we cannot underestimate the impact that long COVID is going to have on the population across the world, especially in the Western world. And so it's extremely important for us to have a good understanding of the research, to listen to as many ideas, and to come up with solutions that can make a difference for people's lives. So before I start going through some of my LinkedIn posts and updates, I think that I'll allow you to have a quick look at our upcoming conference and the speakers who are involved.
Welcome to the Long COVID Coalition. My name is Joachim Gerlach and I'm Head of Product Development at Medicinals Biotech. Together with Dr. Valentina Viduto from the Long COVID Foundation and Dr. Philip McMillan from Bayer Health, we are bringing the leading global experts on long COVID to the table in order to get a deeper understanding of the various multisystemic conditions at play.
Hi, my name is Dr. Paul Merrick. I'm a critical care doctor. I've been practicing critical care for over 35 years now. My interest in COVID started in March of 2020 when we were faced with this pandemic, important to solving these very important issues. And so thank you.
Hi, my name is Dr. Valentina Viduto, and I am a founder of a Long COVID-19 Foundation. And I'm really looking forward to our speakers to help you understand the main challenges we have in that field. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Martin. I'm postdoctoral research fellow at the Max Planck Institute for the Science of Light in Erlangen. I'd like the opportunity to present.
Hello, my name is Dr. Mark Fabrovsky. I'm a British doctor in general practice who usually works in accident and emergency medicine. I look forward to being part of this third Congress in thrombosis and coagulation. Thank you for having me.
My name is Abdul Manan Beg. I'm from Pakistan. I'm a lead researcher on emerging infectious diseases in COVID and long COVID. I have participated in Long COVID Foundation and the interviews in the past done by Valentina. And I'm very grateful that to all of you that you came to this Congress and would express your point of views. My area of study is specifically cerebral thrombosis and coagulation, and also neurotropic effects of SARS-CoV-2. It's a pleasure to join the.
Hello, my name is Antje Baranova. I am professor in the School of Systems Biology in George Mason University, Virginia, and I am interested in the systems pathogenesis of long COVID. I am working mostly in the area of human genetics, and I'm really looking forward into contributing to this panel.
My name is Dr. Dobry Kiprov. I'm the founder and chief medical officer of Global Apheresis. I thank the organizers for inviting me.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shankara Chetty from Port Edward, South Africa. I'm a frontline doctor and I've been examining personally COVID patients from the start of the pandemic. My interest has been in the clinical presentation of this illness from the onset of the first symptoms, and it's led to an understanding of the pathogenesis of COVID illness. My interest now is in long COVID and of course vaccine related. And so the understanding of the long COVID process is vitally important to treating my patient.
Hello again. Great. Thank you very much for that. So I hope that you'll be able to join us next week, Sunday, for this Congress. Really interesting thrombosis and coagulation, looking at the research in the context of long COVID. So going straight into some of the LinkedIn posts and updates. So as I said, this is an impromptu presentation that I thought would be valuable to share with you all. So the first thing that I'm going to be sharing about is this interesting bit of work that was done by Glynis Harrington. She's from Australia. And what was the point here? She goes, why are there so many new Omicron subvariants, BA4 and BA5? Will I be reinfected? Is the virus mutating faster? And in that, she was just pointing out that this article was quite clear and plain in its language, the various Omicron subvariants. And critically, I think the thing that caught my attention was that, however, recent research suggests a third dose of the COVID-19 vaccine is the most effective way to slow the spread of Omicron, including subvariants, and prevent COVID-associated hospital admissions. And so that was what caught my attention. And so my response was just a random thought. If vaccination is only able to reduce the spread and hospitalization for a few months, what other plans would be used to support? Is there an alternative contingency plan that needs to be executed concurrently? The biggest danger is having all eggs in one shrinking basket. Essentially, what I was saying here is that if there's one lesson that we learn from clinical medicine is that you have to have multiple approaches when you're dealing with complex conditions. And I still would argue that vaccination represents an important part of the strategy, but to use it as the only part of the strategy seems to me that that's counterproductive, because we can see that once antibody levels fall, even though people have been vaccinated, there is still the risk of disease and severe disease. And so we need to have more tools in our toolbox. And that's the essence of what I've been trying to argue for some time. And so I'm just checking here, just in case here's a question that I'll just quickly look at here is what is the technical difference between long COVID and never been well since the flu? Or is it more a side effect of being an engineered virus? Well, that does, I can't say anything about the engineered virus. We have no clear evidence for that, although there is strong suspicion that this could be possible, but we don't know that for a fact. But long COVID, I think because of the extent and the amount of people who are affected, this is actually different from the flu. In any viral infection, people can have a post-viral syndrome, which can go on for a long time. However, long COVID seems to be at a completely different level. So that's an important differentiation.